That a flag was still red. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And good afternoon, folks, and welcome to Home Team Sports TV. Today we got a special, event. We have the Jefferson County Middle School Championships for you guys today, as the Wildwood Mustangs at 6-0 are taking on the Harpers Ferry Tigers, who come in at 6-2. I'm your host once again, JD Fritz, and joining me again here in the booth, my broadcast partner, Nate Monroe. Man, Nate, you ready to do this again today?
Let's do it. We got a championship game, JD. A beautiful Saturday afternoon. Let's give the folks a show, and I hope we can see one on the field.
Yeah, it should be a good game between these two teams. Wildwood comes in undefeated, man. We did a game back a few weeks back against Daniel Morgan. Daniel Morgan's always a tough team, and they were able to come out with a pretty convincing win. Close game in the first half, but Wildwood was able to pull away there in the second half. And Harpers Ferry's one of their two losses came to Wildwood just a couple weeks ago. We know Wildwood is going to be without a few of their key players today. That just due to some disciplinary issues, and so we'll see how this game turns out for both teams. And Harpers Ferry coming off a big win last week against Shepherdstown, and they dedicated their field to Roy Benjamin, a long-time coach, 36 years over there for Harpers Ferry. Nate.
Okay. Coming off a big win here, and they have a great opportunity. As you said, Wildwood is missing a lot of key players. So Wildwood's going to have some guys step up, some young guys that probably been waiting a long time for an opportunity. They get that opportunity here in the championship game. But we have two teams that are going to duke it out, and we'll see who comes out on top, JD.
Yeah, so Wildwood will receive the kick here. Little sidewinding kick there, taken at the 40-yard line. That's Cameron Cadle Adams who scoops it up and out to the 45, and that's where Wildwood will take over here, their first possession of the game. And we will see quarterback number 15, Mason Frankeline, again behind center. And Nate, last game, we were really impressed with that young man.
Absolutely. He has a very strong arm, a very strong base. He uses his hips very well, has very good mechanics, especially for a young man. I expect to see him a lot today. Also expect to see Butler a lot. I'm guessing they're going to use him in the backfield. They're going to throw him a couple passes at the tight end and running back and receiver position as they come out here in a three-set.
Yeah, full house, and handoff goes to Vitale.
Yep, he gets the carry early.
Couple yards there on the carry, out to the 48. So to bring up second down now for the Mustangs. And one thing we did notice in the pregame, Nate, is Harpers Ferry is big up front.
They got some big boys up front. Really, on the defensive line, you can tell those 5 down linemen, they're very big. So Wildwood's going to have to find a way to move in the trenches so that Vitale can get going.
So, again, a full house backfield. Frankeline under center. Quick hitter there again to Vitale. Right around midfield is where they're going to mark and to bring up a big 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 here. You're seeing a heavy dose of Butler here. That's 2 handoffs straight up the middle, and you can tell he's very gassed up here very early, knowing that it's going to be a big game for him, JD.
Yeah, and that front line, just keep looking at him. You got number 85 in there, Mason Goins, brother of Quentin Goins, who's now at WVU playing football.
We'll see if they give another hand up the middle, but they move Butler out to the tight end position, so we might see a play action or a sweep here.
A little motion there by Wildwood. Handoff goes to number 8. He's going to be stopped for a loss on the play. That was Malachi Underwood. So first series here, Wildwood is going to have to punt this ball away, Nate.
3 straight runs, and on that 3rd down, they got really good penetration, and the running back really wasn't able to get anywhere on that handoff. It'll be a 4th and long here, JD. They're definitely going to have to pass it on this one.
Yeah, they may go for it. I don't know if Frankeline is also their punter. I know he's got a good leg, as I think he does kick their extra point. So we'll see if he does a little pooch kick. He's going to roll out here to the near side. Frankeline looking for some room. He's going to be cut down there for only a couple. So they're not going to get it. So it looks like to me they were going to rely on their defenses. Yeah, that's a little risky. 4th and 10, still the ball on your own 46. So now Harpers Ferry will get the ball in really good field position.
Really good field position. That's a quick 3-and-out there for Harpers Ferry. In a championship game, if they're trying to pull an upset, they'll get the ball here with great field position, JD.
Yeah, so the quarterback for the Tigers is Brantley Bowers, has 6 TD passes on the season. He's also one of their top tacklers. So he's kind of does a little bit of everything. As they come out in a little spread formation as 2 receivers to the far side. The handoff goes straight up the middle there to number 9, Bentley Weaver. We'll see it.
Looks like we got a defensive battle here, JD. They're getting a lot of penetration here on both defensive lines. We'll see if Harpers Ferry can open it up in the pass game, but running is going to be very scarce.
Yeah, I agree. Harpers Ferry's got 2 pretty, reliable running backs in Weaver and also Landon Weister. We'll see a little bit of Nate Connors as well. He kind of moves around a lot. Also, their number 1 wide receiver is. They come out again with 2 receivers to the far side, 2 backs in the backfield, straight up the middle, your fullback, and that's going to be Bentley DeLauder, number 32 on the carry. Picks up a nice little gain there on 2nd down and bring up 3rd and 6.
Man, and Nathaniel Main, number 52, that's 2 straight pancakes on back-to-back plays. So Harpers Ferry is looking to win in the trenches, like we said in pregame. They got big guys, and it looks like they're very aggressive and got good technique as well. So we'll look to see if they can get this run game going as they get about 3 or 4 yards there, JD.
Yeah, so good gain there by DeLauder. We'll see if they choose to try to throw the ball here with Bowers. As single receiver to each side. They're going to run it straight up the middle again with Weaver. He's close to a 1st down. The ball comes out, but they're going to rule him down. So
he looks like he's a little short, 4th and inches.
No doubt they'll probably go for it here, 4th and less than probably a yard.
Absolutely.
So good-looking first drive so far here for the Tigers.
They're getting very, very good penetration on that Harpers Ferry offensive line.
Yeah, and Coach spoke with him just yesterday, and he said that's going to be our bread and butter. Those big boys up front are going to win us or lose us this game, and they're going to have to rely heavily on that front line there.
Yes.
Bowers just takes it himself, a nice little quarterback keeper for a couple, picks up enough for a Tigers 1st down. So that'll move the chains, and Harpers Ferry's looking good here, Nate, on their first drive.
Absolutely, and Harpers Ferry also has a big crowd behind them. You can hear them over here in the studio. They're very excited out here. Like I said, they're trying to pitch this upset, so they're going to need the crowd behind them, and they get that 1st down here early, JD, just taking the momentum with them.
Yeah, so DeLauder will head out. Could be a passing situation. We'll see if they decide to put it in the air, keep this ball on the ground. That's been working pretty good for them. So 2 receivers to the far side. That's 28, Dylan Isaacs. And Goins there in the slot as Goins goes in motion. The handoff goes to Weaver. No, that's Landon Weister. He tries to find some room to the outside and does, as he's going to pick up about 8 yards.
Yep, you send your receiver in motion. He really seals the edge there, and the running back is able to get to the sideline for a really good gain there on 1st down, JD.
Yeah, so a good mix-up here of plays, run plays for the Tigers, and they're moving the ball pretty effectively on this Mustangs defense.
Absolutely.
So 2nd and about a yard now for Harpers Ferry, right on the 26-yard line of the Mustangs. So again, 2 backs in the backfield. That's Weaver and Weister. Goins the man in motion. Handoff goes to Weaver. Not much there. A flag comes in as Weaver might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be holding on to play. It's going to bring up 2nd down. A little bit longer here now for the Tigers. And as we've seen, many games, we did the game the other night, and, penalties can be huge, and they can be drive killers when you get down closer to the red zone and you have a big crucial penalty that sets you back. That can hurt you here in this drive.
Absolutely, drive killers. Butler gets in the backfield there with great penetration, forcing everything back inside to his linebackers, and really forced the hold there as well.
So a lot of running, quarters running down, 2:32 left here to go in this first period of this county championship between the Mustangs and the Tigers. Little I formation, handoff goes to Weaver. He's tripped up there, had a hole, closed really quickly. Good tackle there on the play by number 72 for that Mustangs team.
These linebackers are going to be very important when they go into these I formations, single back formations, and these wing sets. They're going to have to fly down into their gaps with 5 down linemen and make sure that they can wrap up as well, JD.
Yeah, we apologize. We don't have 72 on the roster. He's playing linebacker, middle linebacker, though, guys, so keep an eye out for him.
Playing a very important position for him.
Absolutely. So 2 receivers to each side. Little bunch formation straight up the middle, trying to run a little. If the ball comes out, Wildwood says they have it. We'll wait and see what.
Uh-oh.
The officials make the decision, and yes, Wildwood recovers a fumble, and man, that's just heartbreaking if you're Harpers Ferry, because they had a really good drive, had Mustangs back on their heels, and turning the ball over, and you know, like we saw again the other night, first couple possessions Jefferson did a very similar thing, and you know, they were down 15-0 right out the gate, came back and won that game, and but yeah, you definitely can't turn the ball over here in this situation.
It was a very interesting call. It's 3rd and 5. They ran a QB sneak. You usually try to do QB sneaks in about a 3rd and 1, maybe a 3rd and 2, the longest. But you're putting your QB in a very critical situation, forcing him to try to get 5 yards by himself, JD.
So 2 backs in the backfield. Cato Adams here to the near side, lined up at receiver. The pitch goes to Vitali Butler. He's going to be wrapped up and taken down there by number 74 for the Tigers.
George Torado.
Yeah, big George, man. He's coming in all over the place. That big defensive line of Harpers Ferry making their presence felt.
Harpers Ferry is fully committed to stopping the run here. It doesn't seem like they're very concerned about the pass at all, so you're going to see a lot of penetration from these defensive ends, getting upfield, forcing everything back in, and they did a great job right there.
So that's a big loss of about 8 yards for the Mustangs, and they're all the way back to the 18. So 2nd and long now.
Might have to see some trickery here from the Woodlawn if they want to get some type of offensive momentum here, JD.
The man in motion. They're going to roll Frankenline, but no, Frankenline tucks it and keeps it, and nothing there. And again, that defensive front just wreaking havoc on Wildwood as he didn't gain anything there on the play. It brings up a big 3rd and long now for the Mustangs.
Just no passing game threat here, and I think they tried to get a sweep, and it actually ended up not getting handed off, so Frankenline takes the ball and tries to make the best out of it, but just looking very out of sorts here early for Wildwood.
Yeah, and you got to, get Vitali lined up there at receiver, and that's going to do it here for the first quarter. That was a very quick quarter, a lot of running going on, and we're going to take our first commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV. And we are back here at Cougar Stadium for this middle school championship game between the Wildwood Mustangs and the Harpers Ferry Tigers. We'd like to thank our title sponsors for this game, Norris Hall owner Ryan Willingham from the West Virginia Hot Sauce Company, And we'd also like to thank Tiptoe Studios, Lisa Jackson Pendel, and Jennifer Gustines as well, as the Mustangs find a little running room, but it's going to bring up another 4th and long situation.
Extremely 4th and long. Looks like they're going to go for it. Got to pass the ball in this situation. If you run it, you're really not guaranteeing yourself an opportunity to get the first down here, JD.
Yeah, and we also
punt the ball.
I'm sorry, Nate. Also like to thank Blake Pendel of DRB Homes. All 3 of you guys are much appreciated for today's game day sponsors, and there's going to be a false start on the Mustangs. That's going to back them up 5 more and probably put them back just the 5 yards they just gained the play before. So
very tough start here for Wildwood. Just no explosiveness on the offense so far, and we'll see if their defense can get yet another stop.
Punt it away. Nice little punt there off to the side. It's going to take a little bit of a roll and fall out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. So Harpers Ferry will take over in good field position once again from the Mustangs 40. And again, we'd like to thank our title sponsors for the game today. That's Norris Hall, the West Virginia Hot Sauce Company, owned by Ryan Willingham, located at 8100 Tuscarora Pike in Martinsburg. You can call them at 304-901-5449. Also, Tiptoe Studios, Lisa Jackson Pendel and Jennifer Gustines. Jennifer and Lisa of Tiptoe Studios are portrait and wedding photographers based in Charlestown, West Virginia, serving all of West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. and around the globe. The handoff goes to Weister. He's going to bounce it outside. Finds a little bit of room there as Weister stays on his feet and finally wrestled out of bounds inside the 30. So there, great run, the best run so far for the Tigers by Landon Weister, Nate.
Absolutely. He gets to the outside, puts his foot in the ground, makes 2 guys miss, and you can see the acceleration after the cut there. A great play to start it off for Harpers Ferry.
So Wildwood's going to have to find an answer for that combination there of Weaver and Weister. I apologize. It is Weister. So I formation, single receiver here to the near side. The handoff goes to Weaver right up the middle. Picks up a nice little gain of about 5 yards there on first down.
Yeah, Harpers Ferry has the ground game going very well. I think they should continue to go to the run game. Probably just stay away from the 3rd and 5 QB sneaks. Other than that, they've been running the ball extremely well. And like I said before, their offensive line is definitely moving that defensive line of Wildwood back every single possession.
Yeah, they have a considerable size difference. You can see that as, again, in the I formation, Bentley DeLawler, the fullback, and he will get the handoff. Straight up the middle goes –
big man.
That's a big guy right there. Weaver, I mean, excuse me. DeLawler.
Yeah.
Bentley DeLawler.
That is a heavy truck moving. He's already low to the ground. He didn't really get up to speed, but he lowered that shoulder, and you could tell that defense is a little intimidated seeing him go through the middle of the field like that.
So, again, I formation, 2 receivers to each side. Handoff goes to DeLawler, straight up the middle again, trying to power his way down around the 10-yard line. I love watching Bentley run the football, and he was always a kid that, one year he'd make weight to run the ball in the youth league. The next year he was stuck on the line. This kid's always waited his time to want to run the football, and he's getting an opportunity to run this ball here for Harpers Ferry this afternoon, and doing a good job as he's bust up a couple good runs in the middle.
Absolutely. When you run the ball this much on any team, it weighs down the defense, and you can kind of see it here from that defensive line and linebackers each play.
So, again, I formation. Going to bootleg it out. Bowers is going to take it himself. He's going to throw. He's got a receiver wide open in the end zone. Caught for the Tigers. Touchdown, and that's Nate Connors on the reception there, and he's their go-to guy whenever they want to throw the ball, Nate, and it paid off there.
That's a great play call right there. They fake the handoff, the dive right up the middle. They get a nice boot. The defense bites on the quarterback boot, and that's a great throw there from number 7, Brantley Bowers, as they get their first points of the day.
Yeah, set up beautifully there by the run. A couple runs up the middle by DeLawler, and, beautiful play call there with that bootleg. Is they're going to now go for 2 here. Again, In that I formation, DeLauder straight up the middle, and you're not going to stop the big guy as Bentley DeLauder is in for the 2-point conversion. So with 5:32 left to go here in this first half, it's the Tigers 8 and the Mustangs nothing. And we're going to take a quick commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
TV. We're here to highlight our local businesses and our student athletes and put them on a path to success. Through our social media platforms and our live event production, we look to shine a light on our local community and our talent from our student athletes.
Home Team Sports TV is more than a brand, it's a movement. We're combining creativity, innovations, and smart solutions for companies of all sizes. With unmatched dedication and community focus, we're proving that the right exposure can lead to a successful future.
And remember,
we are Home Team.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria.
And welcome back to Home Team Sports. JD Fritz along with Nate Monroe. And we just watched the Tigers strike first as they're on the board with 8. And Frankeline's going to take the kickoff there. He finds some room, cuts it up in the middle. There goes Mason Frankeline, the quarterback, weaving his way. Look at Mason Frankeline go inside the 30. Great return there, and that's what the Mustangs needed, Nate.
Man, that is exactly what they needed, and no better person to get it from than their leader, Frankeline, showing that he has a little bit of athleticism. We might have underestimated you, young man. That's a great return there.
Man, he looked elusive there.
And explosive. 1 cut, 2 cut, and got up out of there.
See, just when you just have a little bit of open field, when you don't necessarily have the open field and you're behind center a lot, sometimes you don't get those opportunities. But yeah, Mason, he waited his turn to play quarterback this year, but he played a little receiver last year, got some opportunities, to catch the ball. So he does have a little bit of skills and abilities when he's able to, showcase that.
Great opportunity here for Wildwood.
Wildwood again comes out in that full house backfield. Handoff straight up the middle goes Butler. He picks up about 5 on first down. So good play there by the Mustangs.
Absolutely. They love that dive play. That's their bread and butter. I would love to see them maybe fake that dive and get it to the outside a little bit. We'll see what they do with that, JD.
Yeah, I like the fake dive and the bootleg, just like the Tigers did. You got to mix it up a little bit. Yeah, I know you're a few players down, but hey, that can't, you got to call the plays and let these other guys step up and make plays for you.
Absolutely.
So it brings up 2nd and about 4 for the Mustangs. Again, on that full house backfield. They're going to run the dive play again. Not much there. I don't mind hit that little dive play a few times, but I feel like you've got to get Vitale. Obviously he's a strong kid. He's got good speed. Get him more to the outside, line him up at a receiver. I feel like you need to move him around and just, he's got to be your featured guy today. And running, that dive play is not really showcasing his talents to, the best that you can.
For the most part, when you run the dive that much, a lot of teams will do an option off of it, where you give the quarterback the option to pull it, and then you have a guy running with you, one of those running backs that you could possibly pitch it.
Now they're going to look like they were trying to boot it out as Mason's going to have to turn it up. Does get tackled and thrown forward to the 20, so it's going to bring up a 4th and short here. They're going to call it maybe 2 yards, so we'll see if they run this dive play again, Nate.
Yep. See, in that situation, when he boots it, you have those 2 running backs. You can send them the block, but sometimes you give them another option to pitch it. If they can get outside of that edge that's trying to make sure that they keep contained, they have a lot of space out there, JD, with only 1 corner outside.
Yeah, big play here for the Mustangs. They need this to kind of keep pace with the Tigers. So 4th and a couple as they'll push forward. It looks like Frankeline took it himself, and he will have enough. I hope we'll see where they mark it. They're right at the sticks, but I believe he does have enough for the first down.
Big first down there from Wildwood. They've had multiple 3 and outs. They finally get to move the sticks, and they're about 18 yards away from putting up their first points of the day, JD.
Yeah, they definitely need to find something to punch it in the end zone here, as that time is running quick, and we almost are at halftime already in this county championship game.
Yep. This is a perfect time for a play-action touchdown, JD. I believe the last time I saw Wildwood play, they hit a big play-action touchdown down in the red zone.
They did. And they're going to hand it there to Underwood, I believe. Number 19, not much there. No, that's Jameer Rollins Tucker. I apologize. So might have lost a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12. I think he lost 2 on the play. And, yeah, we just see that offensive line is just not getting a good push. As, you know, we talked about that big defensive front four. The Tigers are just, you know, plugging every hole.
Tigers are running some sort of 3-3-5 in there. Their edge players are extremely fast and strong. It's very hard to run the ball consistently against a D-line like that.
Franklin hands it again. They're going to bounce it outside. That's Malachi Underwood. And he's tripped up there and going to be tackled for another loss as the Mustangs are going backwards here now.
They try to attack the outside, but those safeties are flowing extremely fast down the line. And when you're not getting penetration from your offensive line, it leaves one-on-one opportunities from the safeties, and they're making tackles, JD.
Yeah, and that's what you want. I mean, they're calling the plays. You got to step up and make the tackles on defense. The Tigers have done a great job of doing that and pursuit the ball. So we'll see what they have in store here at 3rd and 15 now for the Mustangs.
Still have not seen a pass from the Mustangs yet.
No, we have not.
It's been run after run after run.
They do have 3 receivers here to the near side, but still, again, Butler in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Butler. He's going to bounce outside, lower his shoulder inside the 20, so he gets those 5 yards back, but still going to be well short of the first down and bring up 4th again.
4th and extremely long here. Be interesting to see what play call they have in sorts here. I'm sure Butler will be involved, but they do have those 3 receivers out there. I would love to see what they can do in space and potentially get the opportunity to make a play from the receivers.
Yeah, and you don't want to start to get one-dimensional. If you're not going to show that you're going to pass at all, they're not going to be worried about the pass. They're going to play the run and put 8, 9 guys in the box and you know, it's going to stop the run. So you got to at least spread them out a little bit. See, again, nothing there. They're running the football. I just don't understand. You're running right up the middle, slightly off tackle, and you know, the defensive line is just too big and getting too much penetration. Now the ball will go back over to the Tigers again.
Way too much penetration from this Tigers defensive line. We said it from pregame. They got some big guys, and when you give them the opportunity to simply run commit, it's very easy for big guys to get in the backfield as they are, and will continue to do unless the Tigers can show that they can do. Well, not the Tigers, unless Wildwood can show that they can do something else other than run the ball, JD.
So we're under a minute here to go. So Harpers Ferry does have a couple timeouts in their pocket left, and they're just going to take a knee and be content to go here, I guess, into the locker room with a 8-0 lead. Kind of a different strategy. Maybe doesn't want to risk turning the ball over here.
I mean, I can't blame him. If you're going against Wildwood, who hasn't passed the ball, and on 4th and 10 you're running the ball again, I mean, you're up 7-0. That might be enough here, JD, to win this championship game here.
Yeah. They're just going to let the time run down, and it was a quick first half. And
especially with your QB fumbling. You don't want to risk another potential turnover.
Yeah, a little strategy there on the Tigers' part, and that's going to do it already, guys, here for the first half here at Cougar Stadium in this middle school championship game where the Harpers Ferry Tigers have an 8-0 lead over the Wildwood Mustangs, and we're going to be back to thank all of our sponsors here in just a little bit. After a word from our sponsors, you're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Here at Home Team Sports TV, we're here to highlight our local businesses and our student athletes and put them on a path to success. Through our social media platforms and our live event production, we look to shine a light on our local community and our talent from our student athletes.
Home Team Sports TV is more than a brand, it's a movement. We're combining creativity, innovations, and smart solutions for companies of all sizes. With unmatched dedication and community focus, we're proving that the right exposure can lead to a successful future.
And remember,
We are Home Team.
Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Braden, and we are Brothers Bin Blasting, your bin blasting all-stars.
A unique sanitizing service begins right after your local trash collection. With a scheduled pickup time and location, we arrive promptly to clean your bins on the spot.
Our advanced 360-degree cleaning heads and pressurized water heated to over 200 degrees ensures a powerful blast blasting away 99% of all germs and bacteria. Visit our website at brosbinblasting.com and use code GETBLASTED to receive 50% off your first cleaning.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality. Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle with True Performance Fitness. I'm one of the owners here. True Performance Fitness as a whole, we brought this gym to the area and we wanted to bring every walk of fitness in one building. So that's exactly what we did. We have strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit. We have posing rooms, a full turf, a full track outside. We even have a basketball court. We wanted everything to be under one roof. So that's just kind of the thing that we did. We also went out and we made sure that we got top of the line equipment. We also make sure that all the pads and everything are getting replaced and all the machines are being taken care of properly. That's just something we strive to do for this community. We also like to give back to the community with donations, fundraisers, and other stuff for like kids and the families around. So that's just kind of who we are as a gym, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Here at Home Team Sports TV, we're here to highlight our local businesses and our student athletes and put them on a path to success. Through our social media platforms and our live event production, we look to shine a light on our local community and our talent from our student athletes.
Home Team Sports TV is more than a brand, it's a movement. We're combining creativity, innovations, and smart solutions for companies of all sizes. With unmatched dedication and community focus, we're proving that the right exposure can lead to a successful future.
And remember,
we are Home Team.
Since opening in 2017, we have been the local hangout spot to watch a game and meet up with family and friends. With over 15 TVs, there isn't a bad seat in the house. We have arcade games, including the world's largest Pac-Man, 2 pool tables, and more, serving a full food menu ranging from appetizers to steak dinners, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, and later on weekends. Daily drink and food specials, and of course, happy hour from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday. Come on out to Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill.
Looking to enhance the beauty of your outdoor space? Look no further than R&L Landscapes. We understand that your outdoor space is more than just a yard. It's a place where memories are made with loved ones and where you find peace and tranquility. Our team of professionals will work closely with you to bring your vision to life. From expert design and installation to meticulous maintenance, we are committed to delivering breathtaking results that will make your neighbors green with envy. With our state-of-the-art equipment, We guarantee exceptional craftsmanship that will withstand the test of time. Contact R&L Landscapes today and let us turn your dreams into reality.
I understand that each client is unique and has their own real estate needs. Whether you are buying, selling, renting, or a seasoned investor, I got your back. My name is Cheryl Yates, an award-winning realtor with ERA Liberty Realty.
I've known Cheryl Yates for over 30 years now, and I've always found her to be the consummate real estate professional. On a personal level, Cheryl has handled 3 sales for us over the past 15 years or so and has done an excellent job on each and every one of them. She communicates extremely well, and you never have to worry about where you're at in the sales process.
What I like about Cheryl is she's dependable, she's on time, she's flexible, and she works hard to get the job done. We had our sales very quickly through Cheryl Yates.
Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Buying or selling real estate? Cater Law is the local.
And we are back here at Home Team Sports TV at Cougar Stadium, where the Harpers Ferry Tigers have a 8-0 lead here over the Wildwood Mustangs in this middle school county championship. And before we get started, Nate, with our analysis of the first half, I'd like to go ahead and thank our title sponsors again for this game. We have Norris Hall owner Ryan Willingham, the West Virginia Hot Sauce Company, 8100 Tuscarora Pike in Martinsburg. You can call them at 304-901-5449. We also like to thank Tiptoe Studios, Lisa Jackson Pindell, and Jennifer Gustines. You can go to their website at www.tiptoestudios.com. You know, Jennifer and Lisa, they've been in this business quite a long time, since 2008, and Tiptoe Studios are a portrait and wedding photographer-based company here in Charlestown, West Virginia, serving all of West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia, D.C., and around the globe. So if you guys are in the market for a good photographer company, seek out there and get a hold of Tiptoe Studios. We also like to thank Blake Pindell of DRB Homes. If you are looking for a new home, you can get a hold of Blake Pindell at 304-995-6427 or go to bpindell at drbgroup.com. Guys, we'd like to appreciate all those sponsors for the game today. They were able to make this game possible. And Nate, let's get into our analysis of the first half. It was a quick first half, and each team had the ball just a few times, and but we just noticed that considerably size advantage for the Tigers there on that front line, and I think that's what's really played a part here in the first half so far.
Absolutely. We saw one pass that entire first half, and the clock just continued to run. That favored Harpers Ferry, as they were able to get a touchdown, not as much for Wildwood. They did get down into the red zone, but they had a penalty that pushed them back, and then they got to 4th and 10 about 2 times that they tried to go for, and they're going to have to find a way to pass the ball here. They're going to have to spread the ball out, get the ball to some other playmakers. We don't know if they have those other ones, but you won't know unless you try to give them an opportunity here, JD. So it'll be interesting to see what adjustments are made for Harpers Ferry. They're going to stay the same. For Wildwood, they have a lot of adjustments to make up front and in the pass game.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, the man that's out there right now, number 21, Vitaly Butler, they're definitely going to have to do better trying to get him the football and not just those dives up the middle, as you were talking about earlier. He's a good athlete, big, strong kid. I know they've tried to get him to the outside a little bit, but I feel like, Wildwood didn't throw the ball one time, and that's kind of what their, MO's been most of the year. They've had receivers. I get it. There were a few players down, but, you still got to use the other guys you have and stay the course, run your offense. And, then if all else fails, then maybe you make those adjustments and go to strictly just a run game. But I think they've kind of, hurt themselves by kind of getting one-dimensional, in this first half and kind of made it easy for that Tigers defense.
Absolutely. And like we said, I think an option play might work because we saw Franklin. He returned a kick, showed that he's got some moves. Right. So try to get him out in open space and let him be the forefront of the ball and be able to pitch it maybe or keep it, hand it up the middle. And then, like we said, get some play action going, maybe some boots, get somebody running across on a deep over. There's a lot of different ways you can get this offense involved here, JD.
So Franklin on to kick the ball away here to start the second half. Back deep for the Tigers. It's a short pooch kick taken there by Bentley. DeLawler breaks off a tackle, shoves another guy out. Gets hit hard there near midfield. That's always an up-back's dream to catch a kickoff and take off with it. That's what DeLawler did. Got out right at midfield, and that's where the Tigers will take over here this first possession of the second half. So, Nate, what do you think that the Tigers need to do? I mean, to kind of continue to build on what they did there in the first half.
Truth be told, if they can continue to run the ball, run this clock down, they haven't seen anything from Wildwood that would give them any type of intimidation as far as on their defensive side. So continue to run the ball, continue to run the clock, and if you can get another touchdown here with the way that things are going, that's probably game for them, JD.
Man in motion is Goins. Handoff goes to DeLawler straight up the middle. He's wrapped up by Vitale, but fighting his way is Bentley. DeLawler was stopped at the line, but just too strong there for that Mustangs defense, and he picks up 3 yards.
DeLawler is one of those players, if you do not grab his legs, that young man is going to keep going. So Wildwood is going to have to find a way to get down low and chop him at the legs because he's going to take you for about 4 or 5 yards every carry if you don't.
Yeah, we saw that in the first half. He had a couple big runs up the middle and capped that touchdown off with that 2-point conversion. Mm-hmm. So they've kind of found a little hole there in the middle of that defensive front of the Mustangs, and they're starting to expose that a little bit more now, even as this second half gets underway. Again, Goins in motion. The handoff goes to Goins. He breaks a tackle. He's going to be stacked up there for about a loss of 3. So kind of a little bit slow developed play there, Nate, as the Mustangs were able to get there and make that big play on defense.
Yep. Great penetration there from number 68, Frankie Haynes, getting upfield and forcing the ball carrier to stop his momentum and cut back, allowing his flowing linebackers to go and make the stop there. 3rd and long.
Yeah, so like you said, 3rd and long. It's going to be about 10 yards back to the original line of scrimmage at midfield. Just underway here in this second half of this county middle school championship between the Harpers Ferry Tigers and the Wildwood Mustangs. They come out in 2 receivers here to this near side. They're going to hand it to DeLawler again. Not much there as he just does get about a yard, maybe down to the 49. It's going to bring up a big 4th down now for the Tigers.
Big stop there for Wildwood, hopefully getting off the field here, 4th and long. They ran the ball 3 straight times from Harpers Ferry, and hopefully Wildwood will get an opportunity here to get down the field and score.
Yeah, and like you said, they got down on his legs that time and were able to stop DeLawler for a very minimal gain, and that's what you got to do with those big guys is hit them low.
Hit them low, and then everybody else has to rally. Don't allow one person to try to tackle them.
We'll see what the Tigers are going to do here. 5:35 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Single receiver here to the near side is Isaacs. I formation in the backfield. Bootleg it around again. There goes Bowers looking for some room, and he's not going to get there. So great defense again by the Mustangs, and that was a big stop, and they needed that.
They definitely needed that. Big momentum changer there for Wildwood. They're back on offense. We will see if anything changes with their game plan here. They ran the ball every single possession. No passes thrown. They have a great opportunity here. They need points, so we'll see what they do, JD.
Yeah, hopefully they made some adjustments at halftime because that offense they came out with in the first half just wasn't going to get it done. We know Franklin's got a big arm, big tall kid that can get out and run in space. So they need to utilize that and utilize Vitale as we talked about before, and then kind of sprinkle some of those other guys in there as well. Mm-hmm. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 48-yard line. Handoff again to Vitale. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside. He's not going to get there. Man, good defense there at that corner position. Number 28, Dylan Isaacs, coming up and making a big stop for about a 3-yard loss.
Number 74 for Harpers Ferry. We don't have his number, but he is getting penetration every play. He's pushing that guy back every time that he's going. That is George Torado. Every time that George is going upfield, he is pushing a guy back right into the ball carrier. And as a ball carrier, when you're getting pushed back, as soon as you get the ball, it's very hard to gain momentum. And he's doing his job very well over there, JD.
Yeah, absolutely, as is the rest of that defensive front. And Wildwood continues to move backwards as it's 2nd and 13 now. They're going to hand it again to Vitale. He's going to try to get to the outside again. He's got blockers in front, but another great defensive play there by the corner. Can't see his number, but the rest of the Harpers Ferry defense comes up and helps out on the stop, and Vitale might have gotten a yard out of that, and that's all.
That's really it. They took the same play they just ran and flipped it to the other side. Just not a lot of space and too much penetration there from the Tigers, not allowing Vitale to really get anywhere as he's taking a heavy workload here.
Yeah, so bring up 3rd and 11 for Wildwood from their own 47. And again, Nate, just haven't even made an effort to throw the football at all.
It's very difficult for an offense to have to block up front against people that know they're running every play.
I mean, even if you just attempted to throw the ball, would at least kind of make the Tigers think you're going to, is now Frankeline boots it out here, and he had a man just overthrew him a little bit.
Yep.
Great idea. I love the play call. Wasn't able to make it happen, and that ball sailed just a little bit on Frankeline.
Yep, they bring it deep over from the right side, a bootleg from the right to the left, and really just a little bit out of harm's way, but he definitely had an opportunity there to get the ball to number 14, Colson Turner.
Yeah, he had Turner by a step or two.
But I would love to see more of that, honestly. Definitely caught Harpers Ferry off guard.
Yeah.
Number 28 was able to get back into position, but consistently doing that and just keeping the defense honest will help your offense so much in a crucial game like this.
Yeah, you're right, Nate. I mean, even if you don't complete the pass, it at least lets the defense know you're going to throw the football. And again, they're going to bootleg it out here again. And he's going to run for it. He's got some room here to the near side. Frankeline stiff arms a man and knocks him out of bounds, but picks up enough for a Mustangs first down. And you know, you wonder, Nate, where was that play, a long time ago? But
absolutely. They ran a nice little post corner here from number 9. Cato Adams, and it was actually a pretty good route, but well defended by the Tigers, so Frankeline makes a great decision to just run, get the first down, and keep the sticks moving.
Yeah, so hopefully they start to build a little bit momentum here now as this drive continues, as we're getting nearing the end of this third quarter. A little over 3 minutes here to go. The Mustangs have the ball on the Tigers' 40-yard line. Handoff goes there again. The ball's loose on the ground, and the Tigers recover it. That was number 19, Jameer Rollins-Tucker, losing it. It got stripped out, and, man, just when the Mustangs have something going there, Nate, they cough it up and back over to the Tigers.
Leland Donaldson blew that play up from the start, and the ball carrier had no chance to get anywhere. And you don't want to make one thing worse, and that's exactly what happened right there, causing a fumble, and Harpers Ferry takes the ball back after what looked like a promising drive there from Wildwood.
Yeah, it's a shame because, they're not going to get, with as fast as this game's going, they're not going to get a whole lot of opportunities on offense. So the Tigers with it again, I formation. The ball's going to go straight up the middle to you-know-who. That's Bentley DeLauder, who continues to get positive yards and a pickup of 3.
No reason to go away from it right now. You just saw that Wildwood got a little bit of momentum on offense, so Harpers Ferry is going to run this clock, drive if they can, and continue to run the ball. I'm sure that we'll see a play action after maybe 2 or 3 runs here from Harpers Ferry.
So DeLauder will go out for probably a play. Again, they come out in the I formation with 2 receivers to each side. You got Weaver And Weister in the backfield. The pitch goes to Weaver. He's going to cut back here to the near side. He's got some running room. No one here down the right side, but Vitale does tackle him out of bounds, way out of bounds. Got to be careful. He might get a flag on that, but no. The official was a little bit lenient on Vitale Butler, but he had a lot of room there. Vitale made a good play there to stop what would have probably been a short touchdown, but it was a first down for the Tigers, and they're moving again.
That was a great cutback from Weaver. They ran a sweep, a toss sweep right there. Everything was flowing to the left. He cuts all the way back in the contained man on that left side, did not keep contained, and really made a great play there.
So ball on the 32 of the Mustangs. Again, in that I formation. Handoff goes straight up the middle to Weister. He's got a little bit of room down near the 25. They mark him at the 26.
Just no penetration there from that Wildwood defense, and it's very hard to stop a run game when you're not touching them until about 5 or 6 yards down the field. And they just continue to chuck and run here for the Tigers.
Yeah, and if they punch one in, you think it'd be a little difficult for Wildwood to even come back from a 2-score, game because of just how quick the time goes. And the clock's just running down. We're inside of 2 minutes now here in this third quarter. Again, Harpers Ferry in that I formation. The handoff goes to Weaver straight up the middle. He's got enough for the first down near the 20 at about the 21. So, again, they're just going to keep grinding that clock as they probably will run this third quarter out.
At this point, no other option. Like I said, there was a little spark there for Wildwood, so you risk giving the ball back if you do pass the ball too many times, allow them with so much time on the clock. But if you continue to run, make them prove that they can stop the run, you'll just continue to chew the clock with an already 8-0 lead.
So split back formation. 2 receivers to this near side. A little high snap. Handoff goes to Weister straight up the middle. He's got a good gain down to about the 15. And they're going to mark him around the 16-yard line.
Offensive line doing a great job moving guys back, and you see hands on the hips from that Wildwood defense. Guys are getting tired. When you beat on guys so much, they only got 1 or 2 options. You can either fight back or you just continue to get tired and you allow it to keep happening. And we're seeing that here from the Tigers.
Yeah, they're just posing their will more or less, and there's not a whole lot the Mustangs have been able to do about it. So again, 35 seconds left to go. Probably be the last play here in this third quarter. Man in motion is Goins. They're going to hand it to Weister. He's going to bounce it outside, cut back inside. He's got, I believe, enough for another Tigers first down to about the 11-yard line. And they are going to move the chains again. So
I think Harpers Ferry is feeling the urgency of this situation, taking care of the ball, making sure they get first downs, and they're very close to putting another touchdown up on the quarter. Well, as the quarter ends.
And that's going to do it for our third quarter of play here at Cougar Stadium in this middle school county championship, where the Harpers Ferry Tigers have an 8-0 lead over the Mustangs. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. You're watching Home Team Sports TV.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have over 350 new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's-Toyota-of-Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
And welcome back here to Home Team Sports TV. JD Fritz joined by Nate Monroe. I'd like to thank our sponsors again for this game. Norse Hall, the West Virginia Hot Sauce Company, owned by Ryan Willingham. Also, Tiptoe Studios, Lisa Pendel and Jennifer Gustines. Also like to thank Blake Pendel of DRB Homes. We appreciate you guys helping us out to get this game broadcast. For all these parents and kids out there, they deserve it just as much as all the high school kids. As Weaver takes the handoff, he's stopped there for a loss on the play.
Great penetration there from the linebacker, reading his keys, and he shoots the gap and wraps up, creating the loss right there, JD.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 12 now for the Tigers.
And I'm guessing we'll see another run here, JD, letting that clock continue to tick down. Hopefully get a touchdown while they do it as well, but nonetheless, they'll definitely take some time off the clock.
I formation again. Weister straight up the middle. Nice gain of about 4 yards there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 now for Harpers Ferry.
Wouldn't be surprised if I saw another bootleg play action, trying to get it outside to one of their receivers. If not, definitely 4th down territory here. Run the ball maybe 2 times.
Yeah.
Get my big truck here, DeLauder the ball, get some yards back, and then once you get in a short situation, definitely use them. It's been hard to stop.
So again, now DeLauder is not in the game at the moment.
Kind of surprised.
Yeah. So under center, handoff goes to Weaver. Again, he's trying to get some room there to the outside. Not a lot. Maybe picked up a couple more. It's going to bring up a big 4th down here. And this is a big play because the Mustangs, this might be the only opportunity, again, with 6 minutes left to go here, to get the ball back on offense if they can stop Harpers Ferry right here on 4th down.
Absolutely. You want your edge guys here to be very disciplined. Read your keys. Do not give up anything to the outside corners. Do not give up any big plays in the end zone.
So we'll see what Harpers Ferry chooses to do here. Again, DeLauder is on the sideline, so probably so 2 receivers, 2 each side, split back in the backfield. They're going to get him to jump off sides. The first man didn't. The second man did, and that's, well, it's only going to be half the distance, though. So it's not going to give him the first down. But it'll be just a couple yards closer, so you would think that maybe they would try it again.
Yeah, DeLauder's been on the sideline for the most of this this drive after they passed the 40. Oh, that's a false start, actually.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we thought that Mustangs had jumped.
I think the Mustangs thought they jumped.
So that's even bigger now for this Mustangs defense here, as Harpers Ferry's looking at a 4th and 10. They can pick up a first down at about the 1 yard line. Time is ticking away, though, at 5:20 left to go in the ball game. We'll see what the Tigers choose to do. Back in that I formation with Weister and Weaver in the backfield. They're going to roll here to the far side. He's looking for a receiver in the end zone. It's knocked away. Could have nearly been picked off. Frankelon thought he had an interception, but couldn't quite hang on. But the ball will still go back over to the Mustangs. And this could be their last opportunity here, Nate, to try to put some points on the board and tie this game up.
They had a really good opportunity there for potentially a pick 6 if somebody could have caught that ball. But nonetheless, it's a turnover on downs. They have a lot of space to cover here in about 5 minutes. So you're 100% going to have to pass the ball here. You can't run the ball all the way down the field. It's just going to take too much time. So we're definitely going to have to see Frankelon make it happen with his arm, and potentially see Butler get some targets out here in the pass game.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, we've been pretty much on the same page with that this whole game, and it hasn't happened yet. and you see some fans kind of getting a little chippy down there, they're going to have to burn a timeout here, and that's not what you want to do at a change of possession, Nate. You already, the clock was already stopped, and you got to get your play off, and now you just burnt one of your timeouts, and you're going to need that here when you've got to drive 89 yards.
A long way to go, and especially for such young men, they're going to have to depend on some big plays here. They've been depending on their short run game, 5 to 10 yard runs, and here they're going to need maybe a 15-yard pass, maybe more, just to get down the field and put themselves in position. So you definitely don't want to burn a timeout going against the grain.
Well, and the Tigers know you're now going to be forced to have to try to throw the ball, so their defense is going to be set up that way. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd had 2 safeties back there if they hadn't already. Just pretty much playing center field back there, and wait for that ball to go up and then go get it, make a play on it. So definitely the Mustangs have kind of put their own back against the wall, really.
Absolutely. You've taken away the surprise of play action here. They know that the pass is coming, and even if it doesn't, they're still prepared for it. So just makes it harder on your offense.
So, again, Vitale in the backfield. Man in motion as Mason Franklin's going to roll it, keep it. He's got some room here to the near side. Thought he should have maybe stayed outside. He's cut down there near the first down. We'll see if he's okay. Yeah, he does seem to be okay. Limping a little bit, but I don't think he's going to come out of the game.
Yeah, that was a dangerous run there from Franklin. He's trying to break some tackles, but you're the quarterback of that team. They definitely need you. Just take what they give you and maybe get down or run to the sideline and step out of bounds just to protect yourself.
And if he could just break one, I don't know. He's got better than average speed when he gets to the open field, and that might be all he would need. Just find that crease, that one extra block for Franklin to kind of spring him. Motion again by the Mustangs. A little jet sweep here to the near side, and that's not going to do anything to help Mustang's situation there as number 19, Jameer Rollins-Tucker, is tripped up there. And that's going to be another loss of a couple there. So, again, they gain some, and then they have another loss, and that's been pretty much what we've seen from Wildwood all afternoon.
Absolutely. They did the boot, got down to a 3rd and short, and then tried to run a jet sweep. But, once again, the contains from Harpers Ferry are doing a great job of not allowing anything to get to that sideline. So, once again, you're going to have to attack somewhere else if you want to get this first down here.
Yeah, they need to maybe fake that jet sweep and run something else out of it. They've handed it every time. Franklin going to hand it to Vitale. He's trying to get to the outside, and again, just can't do it. And great defense there again by the Tigers.
Great defense. They handed off to Butler again. I'm sure Harpers Ferry knew that was coming at some point on this possession. It'll be 4th and short. Your quarterback's limping here, so it kind of takes away his mobility, so he won't be an issue for Harpers Ferry as far as running. They're going to need somebody else to step up and make a play here.
Yeah, and this could be the game here, Nate. 4th and 3, and just under 3 minutes to go now. And the Mustangs don't seem in any really big hurry. I think they have 2 timeouts left still, and trying to get the play off. I don't know what time the play clock's not working, but they do get it off. Franklin's back to throw. Kind of a wobbler there. It's picked off right there at the 30-yard line. Number 81 for the Tigers. That's Hunter Sowers with a big interception and possibly seals this game for Harpers Ferry.
A flag down on the field. Might be roughing the passer. Yep,
and that's
exactly what it is.
Wow. The Mustangs caught a huge break there. Huge break as Franklin had thrown the interception.
But honestly, that was the best play call of the day. They ran a wheel route with Butler, and he was actually open over top. It's just, as I saw before, Franklin is limping, so I don't think he was able to get the full strength under him to make that throw. But Butler was open on that wheel route, and they are very fortunate to get the roughing the passer. And hope maybe they go back to that play because it was definitely open.
Yeah, and Franklin probably just couldn't step into that throw completely. But again, it worked out in their favor. They got 15 yards, but time definitely becoming a factor for Wildwood here. 2:27 left to go, down 8-0. We'll see what they've got in store here on this possession or in this series right here.
I would love to see Butler outside as a wide receiver again, even though they handed off to him.
And I just still don't understand the quick dive plays up the middle that I haven't gained much at all. I think the biggest gain is maybe a 3-yard gain the whole entire day.
Yep. At this point, you're in 2-minute drill almost. I know it's a little bit above 2, but you're in 2-minute drill. You need to get your best pass plays out here and make sure that you can protect your quarterback to allow him to get the ball out. But running any trap plays in this situation is just going to burn more clock and force you to have to burn a timeout maybe earlier than you really want to in this situation.
So 2 receivers to the far side. Vitale, the single back, going to fake it. Mason Frankenline's going to try to get to the outside. He's got a little bit of room here to the near side. It's out. He gets out to about the 50, the 49-yard line, so a big first down for Wildwood. And they continue to move the chains, but again, the time is starting to really become of the essence as we're inside 1:30 to go in this game. And Wildwood's going to have to go very quickly now, Nate.
Yeah, they need to pick up the urgency here. It's about 1:20 on the clock. You got 2 timeouts. You still have 50 yards to go. You need to start no huddle here. Coaches consistently bringing the quarterback to him. You need to be able to call some plays into him and allow this offense to pick it up a little bit, burning so much time.
So again, Vitale, split backfield. They're going to fake it, boot it again. Nothing there, and I don't know really what you call that play. It looks like a fake there to the back, and he's going to boot it, but then he turns it up right away. So I don't really understand if that's the quarterback doing out of his own or that's design. The play's designed that way. I don't.
It kind of looks like Frankenline is just trying to, at this point, make something happen.
Right.
But you're putting him in a tough situation, just only allowing him to fake the boot. Once a defense sees something about 2 or 3 times, maybe the 4th time, they're going to pick up on it. And I would love to see that wheel route again from Butler. Once again, it was a really good play design. They ran a pick play with the dig and then the wheel route, and it was open. I would love to see that one again. Just give Butler a chance. I think if you put it up in the air, he's big enough to go grab the ball. So definitely want to see something like that, JD.
I agree 100%. You're down to 1:02 left. You're going to have to pull out something different than what we've seen and what you've shown Harpers Ferry so far here this afternoon. Nothing else that you've ran has really worked effectively. There's been a couple pass plays where they've had opportunities to make a big play there and just weren't able to do it. So
you just want to put your players in the best position and not allow them to get hurt, and consistently running the same plays makes them very vulnerable.
So, again, a straight run up the middle, and you call a timeout, and, you have to question that's the play you called. Yeah. And it's a play that the Tiger have seen probably a dozen times or more. And now we're under a minute.
They got to pick up the urgency here. And once again, Butler is still in the backfield. You got to use him as a wide receiver in this position. He's really your best pass catcher. And they got him in pass coverage.
Frankenline is back to throw. He's going to have to step up, and nothing there as Landon Weister takes down Mason Frankenline, and they're going to have to burn their last time out here. I believe that's their 3rd time out with 30 seconds left to go and a big 4th down coming up. And
once again, Jay, just your best playmaker is in the backfield blocking. It's just very, very questionable in a situation like that. You're in a championship game. You need a big play, and 21 has been your guy today. So put him in a position to help your team and be that guy for you. I would love to see him outside. Maybe even if you put him at tight end, you get a mismatch on the safety. If you put him outside, he's overwhelmingly bigger than any guy in that defensive backcourt for the Tigers. So just hope that I can see him on the receiving core here on this last play potentially for this championship game.
Yeah, you already knew coming in your 2 top receivers were going to be out for the game, so you needed somebody else to step up. I thought that person would probably be maybe even in Cameron Cato Adams a little bit, as we watched him have a touchdown the last game. They haven't really went to him either. Vitale's been in the backfield, and now we've got a little wildcat formation with Butler. He's going to take it here, try to get to the outside, and he's
great
tripped up there and
tackle.
stopped. What a tackle by 21 Nate Connors coming up there at that corner spot. And, you get one-on-one with the running back, and you can make a play like that. That's huge for your defense.
Oh, that was an excellent tackle. Grabbed the shoelaces. Vitaly Butler had a lot of space on that outside, potentially a touchdown, but that is a great tackle there and great execution there from Nathan Connors, and really just sealed the game for his team to win this championship.
Yeah, it's not easy making an open field tackle like that. I guess especially against a bigger guy like Butler. And now all Harpers Ferry has to do is take a knee here, and that's going to seal it. And Wildwood, which had run off 7 consecutive county championships, are going to go down in this one this afternoon to the Harpers Ferry Tigers. Credit the Tigers for coming out and playing. Even though the Mustangs were without a few key players, that didn't matter to Harpers Ferry. They stayed the course. They did what they needed to do to come out here with a victory today. And we will come back, guys. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to have to get a word from our player of the game. Me and Nate going to have to talk about it real quick because we haven't decided yet. But we're going to take a break, hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching Home Team Sports TV. And we're back here at Home Team Sports. J.D. Fritz and Nate Monroe. We just concluded this county middle school championship game as Harpers Ferry knocks off the 7-time defending champions, Wildwood Mustangs, 8-0. And Nate, I don't know where to go from here. To be honest with you, Wildwood had a few chances, a few opportunities. They had a couple turnovers as well, but we're still in this game right to the very end.
They had really good opportunities. I think they were down in the red zone twice, past the 20-yard line, and really the downfall was just the lack of passing. No passing threat, consistently running the ball up the middle. They only had 2 rushers that they really leaned on, Butler and Franklin, and really just weren't able to do it by themselves here, JD.
Yeah, and while I have a minute before we announce who our player of the game was, I don't think we're going to be able to get a word in. They've got a lot of celebration and different things going on, but we will announce here in just a minute. I'd like to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's game here at Cougar Stadium as Norse Hall, the West Virginia hot sauce company owned by Ryan Willingham. If you guys want to give them a call, you can do that at 304-901-5449. Also, Tiptoe Studios, Lisa Pindell and Jennifer Gustines. You can visit their website at tiptoestudios.com for all your photography needs. And again, also Blake Pindell of DRB Homes. You can call 304-995-6427 or bpindell at drbgroup.com if you are in the market for a new home. And again, thank you to all our sponsors to make this game possible this afternoon. But with that said, Nate, we had a quick discussion about it, threw a couple players' names around there, but the one guy that I feel like made a huge impact, especially on that one last drive in the first half, was none other than big number 32, Bentley DeLauder. Made a lot of big runs there right before the touchdown and had that big 2-point conversion. And he was just, when he carried the ball, he was just an unstoppable force.
Absolutely. Big Mac truck. Every time he runs the ball, he falls forward, and he definitely put a lot of fear in those linebackers. Every time they came down to hit, they knew that they were going to have to bring it and bring somebody else with them. So great game from the young man, DeLauder, and definitely helped this team win this championship.
Yeah, and that's going to do it, guys, here from Cougar Stadium. Once again, the Harpers Ferry Tigers knock off the defending champs, the Wildwood Mustangs, 8-0. And for J.D. Fritz, Nate Monroe, Keem Holmes, Shalika Jacobs, and our cameraman Chris Proud, guys, we will see you guys next Friday night at Washington High School. Tune in.